live with well, hell, what are we doing here? Some religious studies. That's what we're doing. With the High Priestess Phoenix, I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru. Take it off. Evangelist, North American Sybil, I am your messenger God, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to, oh yeah, I wrapped this around my hair. In order to keep up with me, you better see when I post to my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. What's going down? I just got back from my full moon ceremony. My eyes are burning. I'm really kind of tired, but I have to move on with religious studies. Really? Yeah, it was beautiful out there until the fucking dude, those fucking coyotes scare me, bro. It's a scary noise, and it's not scary. They always show up, dude. When I'm doing Hecate rituals, bro, they are always out there. And that shit scares me because I always have meat. It's part of the ritual. But I know they can smell it, bro. I know they can smell it the second I get out of the car, bro. And the second I put it down, I'm like, it's just a timer until they get to me. Really? Oh, scary. Scary. But it was beautiful. And I haven't been there since the last time I was there, and I just missed it so much. It was like, I had to be careful and say, not say, I wish I could live outside because then I might end up in my car again. You know what I mean? My weird manifestations, how mushy they come out sometimes. But God, I love it outside. I just love it, bro. I would have stayed forever. If my hands don't get cold or I don't have responsibilities or have to use the bathroom, fucking love it. It was beautiful. Nobody showed up, and that was cool because I didn't really want anyone to. And it was a reminder, I was thinking about it. It's like they made me do that all the time, invite people to come hiking with me at Red Rocks all the time for months. And then finally one person comes, and guess who it is? A fucking twin flame. It's fucking stranger danger, bro. Stranger danger. I had been inviting everyone publicly, week after week to come hike with me. And then I invite this guy that I'm kind of buying drugs from, technically. I never met. I just met at some function. The sun is going down. And I'm like freaking out about this whole idea. So, anyways, it was just about the invitation. I have to get more open to inviting people to take part in my ceremonies. I thought about that as I was coming in with all of my shit. I was like, maybe that's why he thought I was praying to Santa Muerte, because I do it so religiously. Maybe he thought that's who I was working with. And that's why he asked me, or he brought up Santa Muerte. Because it's the same ritual work, but it's the same ritual work to any fucking deity, realistically. Who are you doing all this to? Not a specific face. I mean, I honor specific goddess energy, and I could show you an enormous book that there's no way to even limit that. Really? Pull it out. Oh, man. I also forgot. Dang, dude, we're supposed to do a lot. This is going to be a long reading. I'm not going to go to bed. Not the dolphins. That's exactly what I'm supposed to bring out. I pulled out a stupid dolphin oracle 2 days ago or yesterday of clearing, and they want me to bring that back. I'm supposed to pull this orange card of freaking Metatron. And while I'm on it, let's talk about the goddesses. Do you see this big, thick book? Okay, let me give you a little rundown here. Oh my God, Becky. It's all alphabetical order, and then it's this, and then it's that, and which one you go to for every kind of healing and this and that. I'm going to go to the Wheel of the Year and show you how fucked up this is. Really? This will fuck you up. Don't mind my kids. They're listening to shit. Not Beltane. Llamas. No, we need before Beltane. We need way before Beltane. What am I thinking? Yule. We're getting close. All of these are Yule. Damn it, Becky. Wait a minute. I must have passed it. Ostara. Yeah, we passed it. Embolic. All right. So starting tomorrow, just tomorrow, this is embolic, right? We will go through all of these energies, these divine feminine energies, every single one of them. So in order for me to actually honor all the energies, no. But I can read to you which ones I know for sure, right? That we're working with. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite. Arna Media is the favorite. She's the last goddess on the way out of the dark night of the soul. We'll be working with my blue Tara. I've only worked with the black. Kalik, that's terrifying. Really, Bridge is good. Kalik is endurance. That's pretty much Kobe. Chanjo is same as Chanji, which is the goddess of the moon. We got Coventina, Diana, the Devis, Danu, the Green Tara, Hecate, Kanyen. I'm just reading the ones that I've already worked with. Really, these are just Renan, Sekhmet, Celine, Scotty. These are from all cultures. Realistically, where else do we got? They go in alphabetical order. Really, these are all goddesses. So myself, I'm known in all cultures by some kind of name during some kind of time. Realistically, yeah, I haven't awoken all of them. I only wake up my dark goddess. Really? There's no need for all that. Really, it's the dark times. So in essence, it's like, who are you? Who are you a devotee to? Myself, I suppose. If you really wanted to know. Who's at the fucking altar? Me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. And then there's the ascending masters. I'm the only goddess of gods. Really? Yes. Who am I? I am God in his own first creation of himself in the feminine form, recreated over and over. Realistically, yep, nobody does it better. I think you kind of got it all fucked up, to be honest. Whatever. All right, so we're going to do some Jesus teachings. Pull out your Bibles to Matthew something. Did we get to through chapter 6? Man, that was intense. Yeah, and then we're going to do some oracles. And I always am hopeful on a freaking Sunday night that I could check the cards to see what the fuck we'll wake up on a Monday, but that never happens when we're doing this type of stuff. How can you mix so many religions? Because I'm a pagan high priestess. Did you read the freaking thing? I honor God in all the forms, bro. It doesn't matter. God came to everybody during different times, different cultures. It's God, bro. It's not ungodly. Actually, this dude, his fucking girl, every time he said something about this chick, dude, I was just like, I don't know if it was just I'm pro you and fuck her, but or if it really was like everything he said about this chick, like I would interrupt to be like, yeah, that's the fucking bitch. I just want to point out, like, again, going back to it, people are always telling me all kinds of negativity. This fucking bitch, I don't even know this bitch, bro, but I hate this bitch. That's what I mean. Damn, I don't even know her. She could be like God's favorite child. And the way you painted her, she is a whole ass, controlling ass fucking cunt. Anyways, he says this cunt. And that's what the other boy said. No, she's a whole cunt ass. I was like, I don't mean to be calling her a bitch. That's wrong. He's like, no. And then someone interrupts. She's a whole ass fucking cunt. I was like, ooh, Americans don't use that word too lightly. Dude, the more he talked, I was like, she's a fucking cunt. Anyways, he said this cunt is trying to be Muslim. It's like, what does that mean? Why did she turn to Jesus? Oh, because she's going to be held accountable. Realistically, I was like, oh, what's she read? Like the Quran? I'll pull that out tonight and we'll see what she's trying to transform her life into. Transformers, robots in disguise. Realistically, yeah, you want to read from the Quran? You want to be Muslim tonight? You read Muslim and Christianity and you were doing witchcraft? Yeah, buddy. What else you want to do? I did all of that praying in a meditative state from Buddha. There's no limitations here. Realistically, no. The only fake god I've found so far is the Santa Muerte shit. Ooh, I went to Samuel in my feathers. Oh, man. Today's a beautiful day. Really, it's an initiation day. I just took another stripe. But these feathers are my reminder, bro. Do you know how nearly impossible it is? Okay, first off, I do own an eagle feather, and that is very illegal. That's pretty much nearly impossible, but so is the owls, bro. It's the signification of the high priestess. And it's got my blackbird. Yeah, dude, you see all those feathers over there? In Native American lore, you don't go hunting birds. They're given to you. Those are just, actually, I think those are actually all of them. I have some more in my car. But each one of those have a crazy story, dude. Those are ascension feathers. Really? And these are the highest level. They stay in my Bible. The book of Samuel. I was going to talk about the book of Ezekiel. I wanted to talk about Ezekiel. Why? Because there was this crazy thing that I wanted to talk about, how the Holy Spirit reached him up or grabbed him up by his hair. Really? You wanted to talk about that? Yeah, it's a great story. But we can't right now. We're supposed to be talking about Jesus. Go look it up. It's a great story. Where are we at? Jesus. Oh, Dang, he's getting straight to the business. We're in Matthew chapter 7. What are we doing? We're not reading the whole Bible. We are studying the words of Christ. There are power in the words of Christ. We're not listening to the people that argued and shit. We're listening to his words specifically. Why? So they can be subconsciously put into your DNA if you've never heard them before. Really? Yes. This is the most important one you need to hear. Ready? Judge not, that you would not be judged. With that judgment you judge, you will be judged. For the measure you use, it will be measured back on you. We say this in witchcraft: as above, so below. You shall reap whatever you sow. Pretty much, whatever you're wishing on me, you're wishing on yourself or your children or someone close to you. It's going to hit you, not me. Really? Mm-hmm. All right, verse 3. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eyes, but do not consider the plank in your own eyes? Meaning, why do you freaking look at what they're talking, or you know what I mean, what they're doing, and not pay attention to what you're doing? Or how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye, and look, a plank is in your own eye? Hypocrite, first remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do you know what I saw when I was walking out I chose not to, but I did see it. And then my daughter's like, look. When I was walking out the door to go get in the car, first no, if my daughter was with me, it was when I went to go clean my car. I looked over as I was walking out, and she looked over, and there was B, buddy with fucking Diana, bro. Are you serious? Fake friends, bro. She didn't want nothing to do with that girl. She had nothing nice to say about that girl. She's all, fuck that girl. But the second I ain't fucking with you, she's your best motherfucking friend, isn't she? And that's where it is. Your fucking friends will turn against you and then rally with your other enemies. Now should they have something in common with somebody else? You're a common ass loser. Realistically, me too. That's how desperate you are for a friend. You need me too plus one. Realistically, I mean, whatever. Go on with your bad self. I knew it. I was like, watch. She gonna be up there rolled up with fucking Diana and fucking Jude. Talk all that shit, but then when I'm not there, you know what I mean? Shh. Backstabbers is what they call that shit. Whatever. Whatever. I guess when I'm gone, that's all you're gonna have. You better team up with the fucking A team around here. Go over there and smoke your blues and your fucking cellophane and shit. Be up all night and fucking man hating and fucking doing nothing with your life. You fit the profile. You all have kids under the age of fucking 2 and don't know what you're gonna do. That's the fucking energy. Anyways, moving on. Shit. Anyways, or how can you say to your brother, blah, blah, blah? Hypocrite, first come, remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn and tears in your pieces, and turn and tear you into pieces. Realistically, ooh, put that in your Bible. It is. Really? All right. Let's see. Keep asking, seeking, knocking. Okay. That was what I said too, is everybody's waiting for God to do something, but nobody's seeking God's advice. Nobody's following his direction. You're just waiting for him to do something. You're not doing anything about what he's telling you to do. Really? There's no obedience to this. All right. I can barely read this because I chose to highlight red with pink. Why did I do that? All right. Ask and it'll be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and everyone who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it will be opened. Or what man is there among you, if the sons ask for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for fish, will give him a serpent? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask him? You don't ask God, and then you don't wait to see what God will do. God has basically 2 answers, bro. Yes and no. Why would he tell you no? Think about this for 1 minute. Why is he telling you no? What's the only reason he wouldn't spoil his child? Because it's bad for you. It's the only time he ever tells you fucking no. So it's always usually a yes. Really? My grandma taught me that before she died. She said something really funny to me. She was just talking shit. She's like, when God gets you in these things, you tell him. You tell him, you fix this. You get me out of this. You got me in this. You get me out of this. And you fix this. She said, when I ask God, he gives me what I want. I don't ask for much, but he gives me what I want. And she told me all that before she died. And I stand on the same fucking thing. When shit happens, I say, where are you, God? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, dude? This is you. This isn't me. This is you. What is going on here? Where are you in all of this bullshit? And secondly, if I want it, why is he going to tell me no? Not just because I'm a faithful servant, but I don't ask him for shit. I really don't. I just wait on what he's going to give me. I'm grateful for what he gives me. I don't ask for more than what he gives me. But why wouldn't he? And that's what it is I could pray for you. I could ask. I could petition. Now, I posted that earlier. If anybody was brave enough to show up, make sure you did a ritual bath and tell me what your intentions are when you get here. I'm petitioning to the gods on your behalf. You know what I mean? I'm playing angel here. It's like, you want something from God. Tell me what you want. Say it out your mouth. What do you want from God? Do you want healing? You know what I mean? And that's where it gets real. Are you going to come to me as a member of, of the divine and ask me for something stupid like money? How stupid is that? But you'll do it in your quiet space. You'll ask God for sex and money and shit like that. Come on, bro. Realistically, what do you want from God? I want my life to be easier. Okay, what can make your life easier? Okay, is this something that God needs to do, or is this something that you need to do, bro? Realistically, I'll sit there and be the in between, the answer. You know what I mean? He's going to give you an answer, and I'm going to tell you what he said. You might not like it, but why is he going to tell you no? Because you're probably asking for something stupid. Now, if he tells you yes, is it instant? Not unless he already had it planned. If you're asking for something you were sure that he was going to give you and now you're just being impatient. Usually it takes some time. This is the first time you asked him. You got to give him a minute to manifest it. It takes time for things to materialize. Really? Some things I can manifest right away, but mostly not. Not if it's long lasting. If it's just a temporary pleasure or something like that, you know what I mean? I could be like, damn, I really want, I could say something like, I really wish I had some cupcakes. And then some cupcakes could be donated. Something like that. They'll just walk in. Something like that. But if I want something, you know what I mean, further, it takes more time. It takes more pieces to come together. And I'll have to work towards it. Like it's not going to just materialize in front of me. I'll find pieces of it to put it together to make it what I want it to be. Really? Yeah, but God doesn't really say no. No? No. Not really. Have you ever asked him and then waited? If he tells you he's got you, then he's got you. And your job is to be patient and believing that he's going to take care of you. And because if you go, this is how he works. If you go and you're like not patient and you're like, fine, God's not doing anything, I'm going to do it myself, he'll let you and he'll stop trying to bring it to you. Why? Because you're already on your own pursuit. You don't need him. He'll go do something else. Realistically, pretty much. That's how it works. And this goes back to your angels too. You can't, you know what I mean? Anybody, they want to help you, but they're not going to just open their pockets to you. They're not just going to open their homes to you. They're not just going to, you have to ask. You have to show the world that you have a need. And when there's a need, it shall be fulfilled. Really? Unless you're just being greedy. And that's something totally different. Why do you need this? Think about that too. You have to understand the difference, dude. Your mind is just a wanting thing. It just wants. I can give you everything you want today, but it'll come up with all new wants tomorrow. It will not be satisfied with the things I gave it today tomorrow. Meaning, example, if I tell you, I will give you whatever you want to eat all day long, I'll give you anytime, anything you want to eat, like a child. We can eat ice cream. We can have fucking cupcakes. We can have fucking cotton candy. We can have whatever you want. You want to have pizza. You want to have macaroni and cheese. You want to have chicken nuggets. Whatever a kid wants, right? I give it to you all day today, right? Whatever you want. Come tomorrow. You're not going to want any of that shit. You're not going to want to eat yesterday's fucking cupcakes. You're going to want all different foods. Same thing with anything else, dude. Once you get this new thing, you'll play with it for a minute and you're going to want something else. You have to learn the difference between your wants and your desires. There's never ending wants. Okay? Okay. Let's see. What did he say about God? If so, then, being evil, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, yep, that's what it says. Whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets. The narrow way. Enter by the narrow gate. For the wide is the gate, and the broad is the way that leads to destruction. And there are many that go in by it. Because narrow is the gate, and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. I feel like I'm the only one, Jesus. I am like literally the only one that took this very narrow path of bullshit. Why? Because they're narrow minded, I think. I'm not sure. They're just wide mouths. I don't know. I'm like the only one that took this road. Anyways, verse 15. Will you know them by their fruits? Or you will know them by their fruits. This is a great one. By their deeds. All right. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwards they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from their thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. What does that mean? It's by their deeds, bro. Look at them. I teach you this at least every Saturday. How to how to notice a fake fucking spiritualist, a fake religious person. The easiest, bro, the easiest to persecute are these fucking Christians. They're the easiest to catch slipping, bro. Realistically, you are so fucking un-Christ-like. You are the farthest thing from Christ, and you wear his name upon your neck. That's blasphemy. You are blasphemy to the very spirit of this fucking, of his essence. Running around persecuting. Shall I go back here? Judge not lest thee be judged. You're out here fucking over here talking shit about everybody and everything and blah 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 blah. Realistically, yeah. Anyways, that's their fruits, and that's what it is. A spiritualist is not a materialist. If you see a person rolling up to church and brand new shit all the time and a fucking always showing off and always going to fancy fucking restaurants and shit, that's not humble, bro. That's not humble. How could they possibly feel good spending all that money in the times that we live right now? That's not humble, bro. That's not humble. He didn't do it for Jesus. Why would he do that? It was really funny because I have a specific red dress that I have to wear for my ceremonies, and I put it on. And they're like, oh, you look cute. I was like, and the dude's like, that's what you wear for your moon shit? I was like, pretty much. I got to wear it for all of that Halloween, full moon, stuff like that. It's like, it's a cool look. I was like, it's not as fucking nice as the Pope. He gets a real nice dress and a hat and all this jewelry, fuckhead. Realistically, I was making jokes. But that's what it is you can tell. Really? Oh, yeah, they're all about business. They're all about life. You can tell a person, bro. You can tell spiritual people because they're all about the spirit. They're not about life. They're not about life like that, bro. That's that narrow road. We're not like you. The spirit, The spirit literally flees away from the things of the flesh. We literally left it to find the spirit. We don't go back to it. In order to become spiritual, you had to overcome the flesh, which is the desires of such things. Nice, shiny things. I want to look good and smell good and live good and have all the nice things in life. That's what we all start as. You start to fucking change what you think is good. You start to see there's no good in any of that. Realistically, nah. And that goes back to these billionaires, bro. A real billionaire, they're not walking around in Armani suits, dipshit. They're not. They're driving regular fucking cars, wearing fucking trousers and fucking shirts, fucking old school boxers. They could definitely buy a new pair of something by now. They don't do that. Really? Mm-mm. Show offs are show offs are show offs. A show off is just trying to show off. There's magicians, you know what I mean? Like David Copperfield and all that. They don't do magic, they do illusionary work. It's the same as these spiritualists, bro. As I say this, I'm seeing fucking Tree. He's out there trying to be all fucking, you know what I mean, Christ-like and shit, bro. You have no foundation on this. You're not standing on nothing spiritual, bro. You're just trying to fucking make a dollar out of it. You're trying to use his name. And that goes back to, you know what I mean, all of them. I've exposed tarot for what it is, bro. These people have no spiritual connection whatsoever. I teach you a new pack of tarot every fucking month. All it is a fucking memory game, bro. That's all it is. To me, it's something different because I see it as a journey. But that's all they do is they play these games and they tell you, you know what I mean? Same bullshit. And we all pull the same cards in the same week. We don't get the same stories, though. They tell you what you want to hear. They tell you what you want to hear, bro. Yeah, Kim Kardashian, you're gonna pass the bar. He loves you and he's thinking about you and he's gonna come back to you. And your money's looking good and God shows favor over you. Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. Really? Yeah. They're fake. Watch out for them. Let's get through this. I never knew you. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter my kingdom of heaven. That's it. You run around all day saying that you know God. God is good. You're a servant of God. You're a child of God. You're one of the chosen, and you're this and you're that. Bro, you don't even know God. And therefore, he doesn't know you. In this lifetime, you never took the time to build a relationship with God. You might have a great relationship at your church, but you still don't know God. You don't know Jesus, none of that. I could read this shit to you over and over, and you'll still never meet Jesus in your quiet space. Really? This is what it's talking about, bro. You run around saying that, God is great and you love God and you're a great servant. Who am I seeing? Mike Millian. Mike Millian from GBL. He does that shit. Praise God. Praise God. That's where they all are right now. Why? I guess it was probably that banishment I did at GBL. Now they all come out as Jesus freaks. Realistically, I don't know what God did to them, but they all be praising God. Realistically, Terrell's trying to have a fucking podcast of positivity. Fucking Terry, fucking Tree comes out. He's got a book, an album, and a podcast about, you know what I mean, love and light and shit. Mike was always about that bullshit. You know what I mean? They start seeing their fucking rapper friends dying from colon cancer and shit. They want to change their life over and pretend like they're all fucking godly, holier than thou. Really? You still got that rolled up dollar bill in your back pocket, bro? Shut the fuck up. You're still trying to be a rapper, bro? You're still trying to be cool amongst the people? You think this shit is cute? That's what I mean, bro. They dress up in their little designers and shit and praise God. Put a little fucking crucifix on their neck and shit and said God did everything for them. Am I talking to you, fucking Big Sean? Who else am I talking to, bro? You don't know God. Anyways, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, casted out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? And that was it, screaming Jesus' name up and down the roads. And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. It's like, what are you talking about? I don't even know you, bro. You never connected with me. All you did was connect with the church and with people. You never took time for me. That's what this is about, devotion and prayer. How do I know them? Because I spend all time. How do you get to know him? Knowing you? God lives inside of you, dipshit. When you realize that, then you can see him outside, how he works outside of you and everything. down to the weather, to the food, to fucking front row parking and always green lights. I heard Steve's Love Tarot say that. He said, man, I wish I had that trick. It's cool, but there are certain ones that I still can't change. It's like, this is a crossroad. It stops me every time, and there's never anything. But I mean, what can I do with that? I guess for people that really hate traffic, I guess if I lived in California, you'd really love me. Dude, do it. Do the trick. Make all the lights turn green. We're still in traffic, but sure. That's what you'll see me do. Really? People see me do it from behind me. They see me do it next to me. All I do is put my finger up there and I'll change 3 lights in a row. Really? Yeah. But what the fuck is that? Seriously? Yeah, you got tricks like that? Yeah, it's kind of stupid. But then, credit cards, fucking anything electric doesn't work. I can do it from afar, but if I get too close to it, everything goes haywire. I can't send emails. I can't do faxes. I can't pay at a register. I can't even get the elevator button to work most of the time. Really? Yes. It's obnoxious. Every time I'm trying to sit, people's trying to load their computers, Pro Tools is going down, anything electric. Realistically, I am full of electricity, bro. Come here. I'm going to shock you like your hair will stand up. It's cool. I can do some things. Most things, not really. Anyways, going back to it, is God, you don't know God, bro. Quit running around saying you're a fucking faithful servant of God. You don't even serve God. You serve yourself. You serve your flesh. You serve your children. I'm talking.
What is the thing called on Windows? Those things.
Curtains? Okay. Really? That's what this is talking about, bro. You don't take the time to know God. You're like, no, I pray every night. What the fuck do you say to God every night? It's not about you talking to him. How often do you listen to the voice inside of your heart that's guiding you to do difficult things, that's asking you to make amends, that's asking you to be generous and kind, that's telling you to chill out, that's asking you to extend yourself? When do you ever listen to that voice? You don't know God, bro. I said that earlier. I was like, bro, do you see how much Jesus is flowing through my veins? Let me take Jesus off and you're going to see a whole different kind of fucking person on me. I'm not nothing without Christ, bro. I will fucking destroy you, bro. I will fucking destroy you, you piece of shit. You're lucky that I have brought this holy angel into me and that I have so much compassion and love and forgiveness and kindness. Let me take him out of my heart for 2 seconds, bro, and I will fucking destroy you. I will hurt you so fucking bad with my words, bro. You will literally go mental and never recover. And I'll have fun doing it. That's me. That's the flesh. Really? Oh, man, talk about judgment. I feel like you really deserve the words I'm about to give to you. But then there's Christ that sits there every day when I'm about to open my mouth. Hey, don't say that to them. Be nice, please. Oh my God. All right, for sure. I spend every day with these guys. Every day they're trying to get me to be a better person. Every day. And then there's Metatron. Oh, then there's Metatron. The fucking symbols and fucking colors and fucking numbers. Fucking letters and fucking shapes. I feel like a fucking toddler with these guys all the time. Anyways, you don't know God. Get to know God. Where do you know him? In your quiet space. Take time to meditate and sit with God. Listen to your heart. Really? That's what this is talking about. All right, build on the rock, and we're done. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who builds his house on the rock. And the rain descends, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. And that's what it says. Jesus is my rock. You have to understand his words, and they're scriptured in your heart like stone. And when things come up, you can hear these words. These words speak to you during difficult times. When you're crying, when everything's terrible, you hear him. This too shall pass. You can hear him speaking to your heart to calm down. To calm your mind. Really? Yes. Build your life on Jesus's, on God. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like the foolish man who builds his house on the sand. And the rain descends, and the flood came, and the winds blew and beat down that house, and it fell, and great was its fall. And so it was when Jesus had ended these sayings, and the people were astonished at his teachings, for he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes. And then it jumps down to chapter 8 where he cleanses a leper or a leper. Really? Yeah. Told you that's just the beginning. The beginning of the New Testament is Matthew. That was one chapter. He don't play around, bro. Realistically, well, it's just Matthew's accord. He's telling you what Jesus said. He sat there and wrote books about it. And that's where I'm always like, write this down. Somebody write this down. It's a good thing I have it all on video because I don't remember what the fuck I said. And it wasn't for me, most of it. That's why I watch my own videos. Really? And if I did say something that was of me, Kobe will be back on Monday to be like, do you know what you said? Oh my God, I totally did say that, didn't I? I'm not pulling out the Quran. I don't want to know what the Muslims are up to today. Really? No, I've got other shit to worry about. We've got the dolphin link is connecting with us in Metatron, of course. What is that? I know, right? Dolphin link is basically an alien connection. Just know that. I just don't like to say that. So now we have Jesus, aliens, full moon, and we're going to leave out the Muslims. We could go do the studies of Holy Death. I did not make a pact with her with menstrual blood at midnight. I don't know what bitches is doing that. Dude, that's dedication right there. You're going to give your blood up like that? First off, how'd you do that, bro? You using one of those weird menstrual cups? I don't even know, bro. My vagina is too small for all that. Oh, God. I saw this thing. This guy found one in a hotel or something. Where's that damn card? Here it is, clearing. He said, look, dude, it was so gross. It was so gross. It was sitting there, and he's like, oh, I fucked up my eyebrows. I need to fucking take my makeup off. He's all, it's for it's for mouthwash. It's a mouthwash cup. She's like, no, babe, that's not what that is. He's like, yeah, no, it really is. He's like, look. She's like, did you put that in your mouth? He's like, yeah, look. And she's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What are you? I don't know. Really? I don't know. I can't keep up with y'all, dude. Realistically. I'm seeing ancient times. We didn't have such things. All right, clearing. Oh, we're on page 30 and 31. What are we talking about? Clearing your energy, clearing your life, clearing out the closet. Marshall. I bet he was very excited to get a message from me. You haven't got a message from me in a long time. Really? It was funny because the gate hasn't been open for a long time and just opened right then, and then it closed right after. Really? Just opens. Have you ever tried to fucking message a celebrity? It says you can't, but I can. Really? Sometimes they cut us off. They did that once. It was terrifying. I was like, oh my God. Really? Remember that? Yep. But somehow I got cut off from him, and then I got thrown into the light, and then there was Allie. I'm crying to Allie like he knows what the fuck to do. It's like, I lost them. I lost all the dark. What am I doing with you? Last night, I was in Allie's, Brian's, and Marshall's at the same time. Or they were in mine at the same time. What were you guys doing? Realistically, no, it was just me in my quiet space. I finally typed in and tapped into all of you guys at the same time. Hey, what's up, family? Really? Something like that. I can be in all places at once. All right, let me take a drink, and then we're going to read this. These are like fucking 4 pages long. We might not get to the orange ray. Mm-hmm. All right. Clearing ourselves is an individual responsibility, as clearing methods are as diverse as individuals. I teach you all of them. Dude, I'd be doing anything to get people's energy off me. Really, I have a great energy. But you come up, or they come up, or something, and then it's like, ugh, I don't feel so great anymore. So you have to do all these techniques to go back to what you feel like. You'll learn that later. Once you start getting shit off of you, you'll know what that great feeling of just being you is without carrying the weight of the world or anybody's opinions or just all kinds of shit. It's a great feeling. Really? It's a great feeling to be you. And you'll learn what that is after you get the bad feelings of being you off of you. One person will feel cleared and great from walking or jogging in nature. That's me. I'm not really jogging though. I have boobs and I just don't like to sweat. It's part of the process, but I don't try to push it. Another will rely, and that's why I like don't try to go hiking on hot days and shit. Like I don't want to purposely sweat. Another will rely mainly on horseback riding. Who the fuck is that person? I want to go meditate with. I can't meditate like maybe if I got in a flow state. I need my own horse that I could trust. It's like me and my car. Right now it's me and my Impala. I trust this vehicle. So that I can tone out. The car knows it's got a mind of its own. I told the people that once, dude, when I went and got an oil change. Anytime. Oh, I think it was when I left my car, dude. I kept trying to tell them, be careful with my car, bro. That thing is a whole altar, dude. That's like witchcraft on wheels. Really? It was a pagan lady. I told you I had to get my battery replaced, and it just happened to be this witch girl. And I was like, you need to be the one to drive that car in there. Really? I try to tell people all the time. That thing, it's powered by the Holy Spirit, bro. I mean, it's got like six. It's not like I'm gonna be a fucking Chevy fucking spokesperson. Moving on. Others find the session inside of Native American sweat lodge. This I'll never do with you. I'll never do that. Even trying to go in a sauna. I fucking hate sweating. I hate sweating. I have learned how to accept it, especially like spending the whole summer. I said I would never do that. Remember, guys, how much I made fun of the South before I went on that dude? I was like, fuck you. How can you live there? You guys are disgusting. And then God made me go live in fucking Oklahoma. I sat there and sweat for a whole summer in the Native American lands. It was terrible. That's when I stopped wearing makeup and everything. It was horrendous. I can't stand sweating. Really? Oh, I don't like it. Others find that a session inside of a Native American sweat lodge will clear them of energy that is stuck. Ugh, I bet it smells terrible in there. Oh, God, I can fucking taste it. I'm getting grossed out. Will clear the energy that's stuck on them to which is not necessary to be their or not necessarily to be their own. Native American people rely on sweat lodges to clear themselves through singing and praying in a lodge heated by hot rocks. Ancient people incorporated clearing methods into their everyday life. That's what I do all day. They ask me too every time I come in and buy that big ass roll of fucking sage. Like, what is she doing with these big ass rolls? I'm breaking it down and I'm fucking burning it all day long. Really? Bro, all the time. All right. They knew that with them, people would come, excuse me, would become irritable, quarrelsome, or sick. Stagnant energy can lead to a slowdown of the body's immune system, which leads to sickness and depressive states. Depression is often caused by a system that is overloaded with stress or other people's toxic energy. And really, it's just their thoughts. You know what I mean? You're like replaying what people said to you that bothered you and stupid shit. I don't know, leave it alone. That it breaks down physically, emotionally, and spiritually. When the energy becomes too slow in the system, it needs a cosmic rotor rooter. You need someone to clean your pipes. What? That's what I told Bobby. I was like, quit your job. You could be like a plumber and be cleaning the pipes. As we came out, I started laughing. I didn't mean to say that. That was the Holy Spirit. They were making jokes. You could do anything. I don't really. You could flip a burger at this point as long as it pays well, I suppose. Anything's better than what you're doing there, Barney Rubble. By clearing the energy through various exercise or by fasting. See, we're getting ready for the fast. Are you guys ready? It doesn't happen fast, I'll tell you that much. The physical body for a day or two, we can return to a state of happiness, well-being, and good health. When our energy channels are clogged up with our own disrupting emotions or those of others, we need to find the clearing methods that will release us into a state of clarity as quick as possible. And that's it. You got to get it off you as quick as possible because it'll just start to spread. It'll start to wear you down. Really? Yeah. How can we make good decisions and discernment when we are not clear? Whether it's in business matters, personal life, learning to manage our own energy in an art form that is finding a resonance in our culture. Ancient cultures were adapt to clearing the subtle energy. These people knew that as manifestations follow through forms, which are the projections of our energy. That which we identify, we become. Well, I mean, I did the whole video about that earlier. Where you put your attention is where your intention follows. What w- that which we focus on becomes form. Energy follows thought. So managing the quality of one's thoughts become paramount for manifesting positive results. Now, this is how it works. The mind itself has negative thoughts. It's your job to redirect it. You have to calm the mind. Give it peace. You give it peace, right? So it could be scared. For example, you know what I mean? I'm out there and the fucking, as soon as I get out there and it's all quiet, you know what I mean? I can hear the coyotes. So my mind is afraid. They're going to come and get me. They're going to smell the freaking food, right? So I'm like, it's going to be okay. We're going to put the food over there and they'll go over to the food over there. They won't come to us, they'll come to the food. So I tell my mind it's okay. All right, secondly, there's cars that are coming up and they're parking and they're leaving their lights on and they're watching me. I know they're watching me. My mind is, they're watching me. You're all by yourself. You're in a dress. You're looking pretty. You have makeup on. What if someone's going to rape you? What if they're going to try to get you? It's okay. God's got me. I'm safe right here. I am the Holy Spirit. Simple shit like, you know what I mean? You're driving dirty. What if the police get behind you? No, I'm chosen by God. I'm on a mission by God. I'm protected by God. It's okay. And I have to speak these words outside. You speak to my mind. It has to hear it. I have to reaffirm to my mind who I am. I'm Lilith. I'm protected. I'm provided for. I'm needed. I'm loved. I have purpose. I don't have to worry about the animals. The animals know who I am. I feed them all the time. They know that I'm here. They will not harm me. It's my hands on the food that I leave here all the time. They know my smell, right? I have to tell myself. And that's where it is like, as soon as it starts going off, bro, you have to stop it. You have to say, no, that's not going to happen. That won't happen. That's not going to happen. We're going to be okay. None of that is real. Don't think like that. I have to tell my childlike mind from my voice to stop thinking that. I have to calm it down all the time. Really? If not, if I let it start thinking, bro, and that's what I don't like. For example, Bobby, he'll come in and it'll start my mind. I hate that. I've just spent forever calming it down. It is just popping up with all kinds of shit. And it's like it's like, calm down, dude. Just calm down. Just calm down. Realistically, well, what is he talking about? And what is he's trying to get something? And what the fuck is this? And da-da. It's paranoid because it's always, it's always paranoid of what he's up to, realistically. And I have to tell it to calm down, shit like that. It's annoying. So the last time when I saw him under the full moon, the biggest thing that I was totally blown away by is that my mind never turned on. You go outside and you see stuff and the mind comes up with impressions, whether never really good ones, always negative. It looks at something and it judges it. You have to tell it that's not what it is. You have to change that judgment, that mindset. And it's never ending work. When you're trying to focus your thoughts into only positive thoughts, you can't just sit there on fucking high on life. That's not how it works. You have to redirect the negative thoughts to stay in a positive flow. And it's hard because, you know what I mean? The mind is freaking out. My worst freak out of my mind was when I was coming back to Colorado. I told you it was 4 hours of absolute fucking madness. It was chaos. It was the most painful fight of my mind. I'm coming back to Colorado and I don't know where I'm going. So my mind is just trying to help me. It's trying to give me ideas. And every idea I give it, I tell it no. Every idea it gives me, I tell it no. So it starts coming up with more ideas. And I keep telling it no. So then it starts replaying old ideas that I already said no to. This goes on for 4 hours. 4 hours. I'm just trying to have a peaceful drive to Colorado. And for 4 hours on the fucking I-70, I have my mind trying to tell me what I'm going to do when I get to Colorado. And for 4 hours, I'm telling it I'm not going to do any of that. It's trying to come up with a plan, and I'm telling it no. And it's just trying to help me, but I'm telling it no. No, you can go here. No, I can't do that. Why? Because I'm not supposed to do what I always do. Okay, you can try this. No, I've done that before. If I do this, then that'll happen. That's doing what I always do. Okay, we'll try this. I've done that before. We'll try this. And then it just keeps going over and over. It was, by the time I got to Colorado, I was just mentally exhausted. I spent one night in my car at Red Rocks. The next day, I had a place to stay until the fucking springtime, till embolic, almost. Really? It was never necessary. But that's what it does. It starts freaking out. Oh shit! When those lights turned on in Arizona, oh, I was already in Nevada when that happened. I was too close, dude. I was already too close to Las Vegas. I was in Arizona. My car popped. It was so random, bro. I'm on a black street for hours. No lights, no nothing. I'm getting close to almost a quarter tank of gas, and I have no idea when the next anything is because I have no service. Really? That's how bad I am out there in the middle of nowhere. Really? Nowhere, bro. Fucking nowhere land. And I can see a light coming up. And it's just a cross light. And there's a couple of lights I can see as I'm about to drive through it. There's like something to the right, like a little store that's closed down. And then I can see a sign that says a post office to the left. I go through this light and all of a sudden, push, my tire pops. So I hit the brake and I turn around to go back to this light because I knew there was something there. So I go back and I wobble my car and I park underneath the light of the post office. Logically thinking, I'm like, the post office is a government building. It will be open first thing in the morning. Someone will show up here. I'm logical. I'm not an idiot. I get out there and I'm like, all right, I'm scared. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, I can't wait till 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a spare underneath all this shit in the trunk. So I start unloading the trunk. It's fucking unbelievable Tetris trunk. And I tell the kids to walk the dogs. So they're, playing around in the dirt. They're getting a little bit far away from from this light, but they're over there in the dirt. Next thing I know, like I get the tire out and I put it next to the fucking car and I get the jack and I've got this and I'm on my knees and all of a sudden I look over and a pair of lights turn on. Some car lights just turn out in the middle of the fucking dark at me, bro. In the middle of the fucking dark. I didn't even know it was over there. It was just dark, and all of a sudden these lights turn on. I've watched too many scary movies. I am thinking about every scary movie at this moment as this car is coming up to me. I am fucking scared to death. I am a woman by myself in the middle of the night in the fucking desert, and I have no fucking tools. My kids are running at least 20 feet away from me. I am fucking terrified. And it rolls up on me, and I gotta just breathe. And these two guys get out, these fucking country ass, scary ass guys. And they're like, you all right? I'm like, I just got to get this off. I got a flat tire. It's like, let us help you. We do this all the time. And I take a minute and I realize they really are just here to help me. They reach in their truck right away to get a different jack. And I just start crying. I was so fucking scared. I was so fucking scared. I was so fucking scared at that moment, bro. I'm not usually scared, but that one scared the shit out of me, bro. Some nights I used to be scared. I lived in my car with a broken window. Some days I would check into a hotel and I'd leave that car with everything I owned and that broken window right on the side of the road. And I'd be in the hotel for days. And I'd be praying that nothing happened, dude. That's all I own. Please don't let anyone get in my car. Please don't let anyone get in my car. And as we're sleeping, we're dead asleep. I could be in the back seat. My daughter could be in the front seat. And some fucking person just crawls through that fucking window and grabs us. I had to be brave. It's not that I trusted that we were safe. It was that I trusted that God was protecting us. Really? And I want you to understand that because your brain, it comes up all these fears and it manifests it. It comes up with a lot of things. You got to keep it on track. It's not mastering the mind. It's directing the mind. It's very childish when you get in there. You'll understand it's a lot of fears. Limitations. It's just scared. Really? And it only knows what it knows. It's always going to go back to what it knows. It fears what it doesn't know. It's your job to give it more knowing so it's not so scared all the time of everything. Really? Yeah. This is very important to talk about because I was talking about that earlier. It's like your mind goes rampant. You can't leave an idling mind alone, dude. It's dangerous. You can't. But at the same time, you got to deal with one thought at a time. Stop running from those thoughts either. Okay? Okay. So managing the quality of one's thoughts becomes paramount for manifesting positive results. By holding positive, uplifting, and wholesome thoughts, we create a positive energy field. We can visualize ourselves surrounded by what we want to have in our lives. Hey guys, I still don't know what my future looks like. I'm getting closer to it. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. All I know is what God said. You're going to get a computer, you're going to get a job, you're going to get an online job and work from home. I'm getting closer to having the home, but no closer to having the security. That I got to keep reminding my mind, it's getting scared. It's getting scared. You know what I mean? Like, how's this going to work out? The mind wants to know how things will work. It wants to have control. It wants comfort. I have to comfort it in the not knowing. I still don't know where I'm going to work. I still don't know any of that. But it's worry. The closer I get to a house, the more it starts worrying about bills. It's worrying about reality. You know what I mean? How are you going to pay your bills? You don't even have a job. So what am I telling it now? I'll have tax money. Calm down. Which is true. I've almost got all of them. I probably do have all my tax forms by yesterday and just need to go file them. And then I can have them as soon as the end of February or, the beginning of March. So I can tell my mind that. I can calm it because it's worrying about bills. But in essence, it's like I don't have all the answers and I have to calm it with the answers I do have and remind it about God. You know what I mean? I have to teach it what God is doing. Really? The mind doesn't know, bro. We can visualize ourselves surrounded by what we want to have in our lives. If we cancel out positive thoughts and visualization with negative thoughts and images, then our reality will continue to be negative. If we do the good, the excuse me, if we do the things we love and find joy in our livelihood, we have a very good chance of finding abundance and happiness. Joy and pleasure clear our energy field and make us want to infuse love and pleasure into the people around us. These feelings are contagious for those who let go of their resistance and surrender. For many people, water is wonderful, effective clearing agent. I told you, I love the baths. I can't live in a house where I've got to pay for water because I use too much of it. Really? Yeah, I realized that at Mr. Plum's. It got bad. His water bill got pretty bad. He had a huge bathtub too. I was only taking a bath every day. Well, maybe two. But then you add up the whole family and it gets a bit much. But that's my favorite thing to do, bro. Really, the best thing for me to do is just to get a hot tub because I just like to soak in hot waters. But mostly, like throughout the day, I'm changing the different oils and stuff. I'm not sitting there like I'm not scrubbing my body all fucking day and shit. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm not like psychotic, like the OCD isn't that bad. But it's just something absolutely blissful to just crawl into a bathtub full of hot water, you know what I mean, with good smelling, you know what I mean, fragrances, and to just lay there, bro. Sometimes I'll just cross my legs and lay there and lay it with my head back. Sometimes I'll, because it's not a big ass bathtub. None of them are. My new house, it's a deep bathtub. When I went to Morgan's, I was like, look at the size of this bathtub. I was like, can I crawl in it with my shoes on? I just want to see how big this thing is. Really, I got super excited about it. But typically I'll lay on my side in a fetal position and just close my eyes. It's just, I don't stare at the tiles. I don't stare at the fucking nothing, dude. I'll light a candle. Not here. I don't light any candles in this building. I think I maybe once. I don't light candles or anything in this building, but typically that's what I'll do, and it's my favorite thing to do. I go through a lot of clothes doing that. I'm not going to lie. The downside to that is changing my clothes all day. If I'm going to take off, I'm not going to put on a new pair of underwear and typically new clothes because the clothes have the fucking energy still on them. So that's why I have so much laundry all the time. Really? I sleep, right? So I'm wearing pajamas right now. And then I'll sleep in these and I'll wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and I'll take a bath and I'll put something else on. But then after like my first reading or something by 11, I'm ready to take a shower and get cleaned up again for the day. So then I'll put on a face and I'll put on clothes. Now I'll go outside to start the day. One of two things will happen. I'll actually do something or I won't have any energy, and then I'll come in and I'll take off those clothes and put on a clean pair of pajamas. Okay. Then I wake up from my nap and I take off my pajamas and either put on the clothes that I did have, or in most cases, I'll jump back in the fucking bath again just to get up. And then I put on a new pair of clothes. Really, it's pretty awful. That's where all the laundry comes from. My daughter's just as bad without all the showering. She goes to school in an outfit. She comes home immediately and puts on something comfortable. But then she goes and she starts dancing. She rips off her clothes in the bathroom. She'll take off the clothes that she was dancing in the bathroom and put on something else. She'll do this a couple of times throughout the day. There'll be a pile of clothes in the bathroom from her, you know what I mean, what you could call her gym clothes, because she's in there dancing and sweating real hard, and she takes her clothes off. And now she doesn't want to put her sweaty clothes on. She wants to put on something else. So she wears a lot of pajamas. Really? Mm-hmm. And then my son, he's over there in fucking basketball shorts, fucking sweatpants, fucking shit like that. He doesn't really do all that. No, he'll fuck around and put the same fucking shit on he wore yesterday. He don't give a fuck. And his shirt is always on backwards. But that's what the downside is. But water, oh man, that's my favorite. Is an effective clearing agent. How many women have sung, "I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair," as they shower and wash their hair? A shower and hair washing is a delightful way to take a positive dose of negative ions. Yeah, ions. And also a good way to clear other people's energy cords off of us. Now, I have ethnic hair. It's not straight white hair, so I cannot wash my hair every fucking day. That would destroy my hair. My kids, on the other hand, my daughters, they have to wash their hair every day. They have oily hair, and that shit is gross. I can't do that shit to my hair, so I don't wash my hair every time I get into the shower. Nope, and I don't always wet it every time either. Sometimes I'll put it up and shit like that. But I usually condition it all the time, so I'm always putting in all kinds of good conditioners. Why? I don't know. Russ, do you know anything about conditioning your curls? Obviously not, frizzy head. If we have an angry or needy person attached to us as an energetic Klingon, a shower is the first and easiest line of defense. Hot tubs and healing mineral waters can also clear energy. Mud baths and acupuncture clear our energy and restore a healthy, moving meridian flow. In here, I stole it. I stole the healing waters from the hot springs. Two of them are from the hot springs, and one of them is from the cold springs outside of the hot springs. Really? Healing waters, bro. Seriously. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Think of a stagnant pond or stream. When the energy or water is not in motion, it gets stagnant and congested. Our systems are the same. We're made up of so much water inside of us, guys. The only way to to clear yourself is to cry. I tell you that all the time. People try to do it, you know what I mean, having sex or something else, but that's not the best way to clean your chakras. You have to let the emotions out through the waters. Really? Open the floodgates, bro. Have a good cry. You'll feel so good. You ever seen Fight Club? He just went to places to make them cry because he felt so good after he cried. Really? Mm-hmm. Too many leaves and debris in a creek is like having too many people or concerns overloading our system. And that's where you're thinking about everybody else and you're thinking about their lives and you're so concerned. That's what I was talking about, B. It's like you are so concerned with his life. Worry about your own. Sometimes we become overloaded, juggling people and details that we simply need to say to our friends and family, "I'm on overload. I need private time to clear, regroup, and recharge." And that's where we are for 10 days. We're doing that for 10 days, is recharging and resting. If this is done in time, we avoid anger, irritability, and depression that being an overload can create. And that's where I was yesterday. I can't take anymore. I can't take any more, dude. I am overloaded by this. And she had no respect for the fact that I couldn't listen to any more of it. Oh, you're not my fucking friend. Go tell Diana, bro. Diana wants to hear all about it. She wants to me too, you plus one. Bathrooms and tubs become a meditation halls for many Westerners. For some people, creative projects, gardening, building sports, and exercising are clearing methods of choice. Many of us clear ourselves by playing with children or animals, watching a movie, having a massage, chopping wood, jogging, or going on a trip. Watching a movie takes a lot. It's something I used to love to do. I'm a movie fanatic. I would just sit around. I'll go to the movies and then come home and turn on a movie. I don't watch TV, I watch movies. Really? I used to love to do that. But being able to be focused and still for a whole movie is nearly impossible. This week, I've watched great movies. For the last couple of weeks, I've watched so many good movies. Like literally like watch them. Typically, I'll turn on some it's just I think a childhood thing. Like when I'm eating, I'll turn on a movie and it's always something I've already watched so I don't get invested in it. And it's only for like 15, 20 minutes. That's all I do of watching of video time. I don't typically watch anything, but I've been able to lately and it's really great. Really, it's been really good. Mine is this next one: house cleaning, using incenses or smudging our home environments by burning cedar, sage, frankincense, and other methods of clearing the space we live in. I do massive house cleaning. I'm a crazy person about that. I don't burn incense in here, but I do all that outside all the time. Really? My jacket smells like it. Like you can smell me on the I burn so much on me outside that I bring it in. If you come in, like if you're on the elevator with me, I smell like sage. I smell like all kinds of shit. Really? Yeah, so I don't really need to bring it in. And nobody comes in my room. There's no energy, there's no foreign energy, only what we bring in. And we drop it at the door. Like I said, all of us change our clothes and we get into a comfortable vibe. And have you ever heard them? Have you ever like paid attention? It's like they're always here. They're in like we're always usually sharing a room. We're quiet unless the energy's ripe and shit. And that's pretty good considering I have two teenagers that are not irritable, cranky, bitchy, whiny, moany. I mean, they have their moments. She does. Not so much him, but we stick to ourselves and we keep our energy good. And that's because we don't fuck with people. We're not worried about people and what other people are doing. We literally get in our own little vibes. Really? Yeah. My daughter gets tied up in a lot of shit because she's in high school. So she'll get emotionally invested in some shit, you know what I mean? And have, a little bit of emotional outbursts here at home. She'll take it out on us, what's going on. And then she also has some repressed memories and from childhood and shit that'll resurrect. But for the most part, we just keep our energies clear. We know how to do that. Laughing and crying are also clearing our energy of tension. Foot massages and what is this? Reflexology treatments are non-threatening to most people and stimulate all the meridians and organs in the body. And having a gifted healer to do energy clearing work on our congested system is a real blessing. Well, I mean, I can do that kind of shit. The energy, I can clear your chakras energetically. And it's funny they said foot massages because I got to download this weekend to go get a fucking pedicure. I was already for the full moon, I already cut mine. Cut your fingernails. Really? Yeah, they grow better. They grow thicker and faster and more healthy. It's a good time to cut your hair too under the full moon. So, anyways, I was already taking off my nail polish and they said it was a good time to go and let someone else tend to my feet. I'm like, all right, we can be Jesus like, let someone clean my feet. Really? Yeah. I got that download I think yesterday. I typically do my own. I cut my own toenails and do all of that myself, but sometimes you gotta let someone take care of you. Really? So that's what they're asking for. For most of us, one of the best methods of clearing is talking to a friend or counselor. And that's what it is. She wants to talk to people about it, but I didn't want to talk about it anymore. And it's like, I'm not paid for this and I can only take so much. And that doesn't mean I'm being a bad friend when I don't want to talk about it anymore. I do that to even to my kids. She'll start a conversation. I told you, I did it to my daughter. I haven't talked to her in months. After 45 minutes, I told her, all right, I don't want to talk anymore. It's not you, it's me. I just don't like to be on the phone. Like, she was understanding. Why can't you be understanding? She never talks to me. Really? Yeah. When we can talk and be heard, our tension and energy usually clears out. Meditation, in its many forms, is perhaps the most excellent clearing method, as it leads to insight and intuition about what's congesting our energy and what we need to do about it. The dolphins are ultra sensitive beings who need to keep their system clear too. Living in the wild gives them natural clearing methods. They play, their powers run, and long distance swimming, hunting, eating fresh fish, having their bonded relationships with other dolphins and pods, and being free to follow their curiosity and migratory and mating instincts. In captivity, dolphins have a poor survival rate and rarely live to the age of normal life expectancy. Living in small, crowded spaces causes them to get depressed and energetically congested. A defrosted dead fish diet is not natural, as they have no choice to hunt their food as a herding pod. Performing tricks in marine parks may sometimes give them the fun of exercise that gives them the clearing they need to maintain. If they have a pod relationship in captivity, clean conditions, adequate space, and loving trainers, then they are much more likely to stay healthy longer. On page 33. Hmm. Well, that was interesting. We talked about all things about Jesus and then clearing your energy. There's all kinds of techniques. There's all kinds. Those were just some of them. But those are some of the most basic. And those are a lot of my go tos. Since the beginning, I started burning sage and I didn't even really understand it. Really? Nope. Incense, candle work. Have you ever just lit a candle and just stared at the fire? As a candle witch, that's what I do. That's the most potent. Nature in itself is real powerful. That's what I do too. I'm sorry. My immune system always goes down when I'm moving. When I'm getting ready to do a big house move, I always get a cold or sickness. Why? Because my energy is being channeled mentally, and it's not channeling physically. Really? I know where it is, and that's where it is too. Is you got to keep yourself. That's the difference between being spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. You can tell when you're emotionally drained. You can tell when you're physically drained. You can tell when you're mentally drained. Do you know when you're emotionally or when you're spiritually drained? That's a burnout. When you don't have the spirit. And when you don't have it, you can't, without the spirit, bro, you can't fight your mind. You can't fight your emotions. You can't fight this world. You can't even get out of bed. You can't overwork your willpower, which is making yourself keep going when you should stop. That's what willpower is. The will to keep going when I think I can't. If you burn your willpower out every day, you know what I mean? And that's what I did earlier. Well, I'm gonna post a picture of all the laundry I did. But I did something like that the first day. I pushed myself too hard using my willpower, not letting myself take a break and not calming down, that I burnt out for 2 days, almost 3. It took me 3 days to rebuild my energy to do what I did today. And that's where it is if you overuse your willpower, you're not going to have energy for the next couple days. If you overstress yourself mentally, you're not going to be able to think straight for the next couple days. You know what I mean? If you get over emotional today, you're not going to be able to be emotionally sane for a couple of days. It's tipping the scales. Really? Yeah, it's a delicate balance, bro. It's a very delicate balance to tend to all parts of your being. And don't ever forget the inner child. Because while you're trying to just be an adult, there's a child inside of you, the child of God that never got to be a child. I had this download. Where was I? I was invited to a celebrity get together, and it's all the adults. Maybe it was Royce's house. I think it was something like that. I'm there with all the adults and I excuse myself and I go into the back and I sneak in with the kids. And I was like, and I introduced myself, said, the adults are great, but I'm really just a kid in here and I'd rather have fun doing what you guys are doing. And I go and then somebody notices that I'm not there and they find me having fun with the kids. And I try to explain to them, I was like, what were you doing? My inner child never got to be a child. I've been an adult since I was a child, so it really likes to be with the kids and what the kids are doing. I generally enjoy being around kids and being part of their activities. I didn't get to be a kid at any part of my life. Kids are fantastic, and letting them be kids and watching them be kids and being able to be a kid with them and use my imagination with them and play with them is allowing me to, the inner child to come out. My favorite thing to do, oh God, I love it so much. My favorite thing to do is to get in the go karts and race these little motherfuckers. I have so much fun. If I could get, I think he's old enough now. I kept having to ride with my son and trying to beat my daughter in the go kart. Now, mind you, I bought my kids a go kart because I wanted to teach them this so we could do shit like this later. And it's my favorite thing to do. It's very childish. There's nothing adult about this trying to smash a kid on a go kart, but it is so fucking fun. And it's something we can do. And I like to do that. I like to play kids' games. I like to do things with the kids. I generally like it because I didn't get to do things like that as a child. It's fun for me. We like to play board games. I like to buy a new board game and we get to play it together. If I can't play it by myself and I never got to play this as a kid, let's do it. So there's stories, I was living in my car. We just got rid of the board games when we moved to this room. I was like, I guess we'll pass them on. And I have one that I'm saving for my trips. I like to let the inner child out. I like to go to the museums. I like to do stuff like that. I didn't get to do stuff like that as a child. So now I'm old and I have to let it be free. Really? I love going and you know what I mean, checking out the toy section and stuff, seeing what kids play with. I don't want to buy one and go play with myself, but I'd sure buy that toy for your kid just to see how fun it would be for your kid. Really? Yeah. You can't forget your inner child. And that's what I thought of. I kept trying to figure out, why do I have such a massive addiction to Oreos? I think my mom never bought them. I think I grew up and I got them and I just love them so much and I know and that's my favorite thing. Really? I think so. I don't have any memories of her having Oreos. I remember cakes and ice creams and sweets, candies, but not Oreos. I don't know. It's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I suppose. You have to take care of that. You can tell when your mind is foggy and you can't think straight. You can tell when you don't feel right, dude. You're all depressed, you're anxious, you're angry, you're bothered, right? You can tell when you don't got no willpower to fucking do nothing. And you can tell when you just have too much energy and you need to get out and play, right? I talked to someone earlier about that. I was talking about, I can teach you how to do guided. He said he was gonna do ayahuasca. Said he was gonna order it and do it. And homeboy's like, "What is that?" I didn't know it was an actual mushroom. That's what he said. It's like it's basically a mushroom. I was like, I don't know. I saw this guy get really sick off of it. He was throwing up. He's like, yeah, I seen that. And he's like, but it's a way. This is how he described it. He said it's a way to face all your shadows at once. Oh, Jesus Christ. No wonder I don't do that. That sounds like a heroin trip. Really? Yeah. It's for people that don't face their shadows. You face them all at once. Ouch. I like to take this nice and slow. Thank you very much. Really? I mean, I don't know about that. If you can do it without the intensity and then get out of it, then maybe it's a cool trip. But I don't know. Ask Wolfman. He loved his ayahuasca trip. But he was talking about that. I was like, he was talking about he wanted to meet his angry side. I was like, well, I could teach you how to do guided meditations to meet the different parts of you without getting, drug induced. Really? Yeah. The drug induction is to get past the mind. The whole time you're trying to do any of this stuff, your mind is telling you you look stupid. Your mind is telling you this isn't real. Your mind is getting in your way. It won't let you believe in this. It's telling you people are looking at you. It's telling you you're not doing it right. Simple shit like dancing. You go out to go dancing. Unless you have alcohol in your system, you're too self conscious about your movements. You're like, oh, I look stupid, or I'm not keeping up with the music, or somebody's staring at me, or you're too self conscious. You need to add something to your mind to get it to turn off. I'm trying to teach you how to to turn that thing off for yourself without putting chemicals into your body. You don't, and that's what I told Wolfman. I was like, you don't have to do any of that, dude. Just sit next to me. If you want to smoke a joint, maybe, but I think you're going to get paranoid, so maybe not. I've seen that you smoke cigarettes if you want to. You don't have to do any of this to get in a flow state. This is not necessary at all. No, not at all. To get there, that's like looking at the Buddhists. They don't do drugs or alcohol to get into a flow state. Realistically, the real nuns that, you know what I mean, that talk to God and shit, like people that talk to spirit, they don't do drugs and alcohol. I think if you're doing drugs and alcohol, they're not going to believe that you're doing it. And so when I was doing, you know, in microdosing mushrooms to deal with my personality and my trauma, and then I started saying I was seeing dead people, I think they thought I was high on mushrooms. Really? I only one night did I take enough where I felt something physically, and that was when I was recording that song with Amizi. Really? Yeah, and I got like a super case of the giggles. That was about it. Otherwise, no. It was just like taking an Advil. Actually, no, I think the Advil is stronger than that when it comes to my dude. I could take an Advil. I'll be asleep all day like a child. For real, at least 4 to 6 hours. I'll be out. Did you dose her? No, she took a fucking Tylenol. What's wrong with her? She's a whole child. I didn't take medications. I have a very small tolerance to it. Really? Somebody's like, you should take Midol for your cramps. I was like, it might work. Hey, I'm gonna leave it at that 112:12. No, 121:12. We'll leave it at that. The words of Christ and the cleansing light. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday and it's symbolic, so there'll still be a lot of light energy. Really? I'll just pull this card just to show you. We'll wake up with this card, but it'll be moon day energy, so you'll still have your mind and your emotions on top of you. But you'll also be in the sun of the light. Oh, did we already do the orange? Did we already do the orange, you guys? Because it's not in here, unless I left it somewhere else. Did we already? It's not in here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we did, because we did sandal phone. Well, where are we then? Love for your life. That's nice. The next one's pretty too. That's a pretty card. The Sacred Heart. Always. Well, we'll talk about that tomorrow. You guys have a great night's sleep, and you know, if you already missed the full moon, it doesn't matter. The energy stays around for 3 days. You don't have to catch it when it's like that. That's why I start doing shit the day before. Typically, I've already done all this stuff the night before. Really? Usually on a full moon, I just sit under it. I don't do all this type shit. I do it before this. Really? So you can still catch that Leo energy. I gotta run actually, I think I can see the moon from my new window. Put a bottle of water under there. Charge the water under this one. It's a good one to have. It's Leo, so this is honoring your identity. Really, when you get to a place where you don't feel so secure in yourself anymore, when you're not so sure of yourself, you'd want to take a drink of that water, or you could take a bath in it, pour it into your bath. If you weren't able to go moon bathe and just feel the honor of your individuality under the moon, then you could easily charge the water and just take a bath in it and feel it tomorrow or whenever you want when you're feeling weak. That's how magic works. I don't have a bunch of them. Really, no, I'd be fucking storing all kinds of waters from all different years. There's certain waters that I have that are important, that are dated, and I will get certain waters under certain, years. It's like this was a powerful year. This is a powerful water. Really? Yeah. Water holds emotion, it holds experience, it holds memory. Really? So you take the power of the moon and put it into the water. We're drawing down the power of this particular moon and putting it into a bottle of water. What we do with the water determines if we need to add, you know what I mean? Self confidence. We need to add some sun, some Leo energy to any of our brews. We use that water. If you wake up one day and you've got, you know what I mean? You're being teased or bullied. You know what I mean? Somebody's online fucking teasing you or bullying you, or you feel rejected or something. You need a drink of that water. Really? It'll restore you. Truly? Yeah, magic is in the elements and your belief of them. Otherwise, it's just a bottle of water. I had holy water, and my son was like, I forgot my bottle of water. I was like, Oh, I got one in the trunk, and I gave him a holy water. You gave him a holy water? It was a total holy water from Mother Cabrini's shrine, and it was charged under one of the moons. Which moon? I don't know. I told him to have a great day. He had a great day. He brought me back the bottle like I told him. Really? Well, I mean, I blessed the bottle. Don't leave that there. Really? Yeah, I do all that. I have to bless the bottle before I put the water in it. Want some holy water from me? Just messing around. Right along with my candles that you can talk to the dead and shit. I'm magical, for sure. The magic comes from God, though. I channel it through, from God into the stuff. Really? Yeah. Hey, I love you guys. Have a good full moon, and I'll see you for the bright light of Embolic. Tomorrow's a player's holiday. It's a Wiccan holiday. Really? Yeah. Maybe take the day off. I'm always trying to tell you guys to do that on a Monday. You're supposed to do that on a Monday. The week doesn't start on a Monday. I don't know if we'll ever be able to change that in humanity, but it's not supposed to start on a Monday. The energy doesn't come till Tuesday when you're in that Mars energy. Really? How do you feel at work on Monday? Are you very productive? Probably not. Anyways, hey, love you later. Bye bye now. Oops, wrong button.